money through e-wallets and these challenges that arise there. That has been one of the pain points, but also looking at how you can digitize grassroots businesses that do not have the devices that are able to actually use such kind of technologies. Most of them do have smartphones, but have not really interacted with their smartphones well to be able to run their business over them. So you realize that they still continue tracking their processes on paper, and then in the evening when they are settled down, that is when they move it onto the phone. And so you want to disrupt that to make it a process that actually is done on a day-to-day basis.
Kenya has over 7 million smallholder farmers, and apart from earning through the sale of farm produce, this technology opens numerous opportunities through connecting various services in the whole value chain. Data is used for various purposes in agri-food systems. For farmers, it can be used to make decisions of what to produce, where to produce, and when to produce on the farm. Making such decisions requires the support of localized data from the farm, such as soil, and imported data from outside the farm, such as weather data and market data. Another use of data for farmers is monitoring and assessing how the crop is growing and whether the required resources are available.
KTN News. Get the whole story.
Big tech wasn't really here. What have they seen in the past 10 years, which is making all of them want to put their HQ here?
If you're a business that sees itself growing global, we'll definitely need some sort of like boosts. We need to tap into those existing networks that these big tech companies do provide.
Is there a downside to big investment in Africa? Okay. It's a tricky question.
If we want to be like Amazon, we want to be like Google. Like, this is not, we are not looking to sort of be just another player.
For me, big tech is something highly controversial. I see the value of it, but I also see that Africans should stop playing second fiddle to some of these organizations and have the confidence to start building our own technology.
They've seen how we are using the limited resources we have to solve real problems. They've seen indigenous tech startups achieving things that took them years to figure out.
Run a small or medium-sized enterprise and might be looking for the next best value addition options? Well, the 2024 Standard Group SME Summit should be your last stop. Yes, we believe in empowering those around us by bringing different stakeholders together to pool resources and share nuggets of wisdom when it comes to navigating the business landscape. Happening at the University of Nairobi Graduation Square on the 28th and 29th of February. Come and network, learn the best business practice from keynote speakers and more through the workshops and sessions that will be on offer at the SME Summit. It's time to turn around your business and aim for the skies. Do not miss out. For more inquiries, call Eric on 0721 668 447 or email eilabonga@standardmedia.co.ke. The 2024 SME Summit, brought to you by Standard Group PLC in partnership with the University of Nairobi School of Business.
February, tunakupenda daily on Star Times,
where you make me the happiest man on earth.
Me, of course, me napenda kijana. I like you, bro.
Renew your subscription today. Star Times. Enjoy digital.
Ni kipindi nambari 1 ambacho kinaangazia masuala tofauti yanayomwathiri mwananchi ndani na nje ya nchi.
Ukiwa na multiple job, utakuta huku kumetoka 200, huku kumetoka 300.
Kipindi kinachokupa nafasi kutangamana na viongozi na wataalamu na kuuliza maswali na pia kutoa maoni yako.
Wapunguze tax kidogo.
Kutoka studioni hadi nyanjani.
Saibeni mpanda.
Hatubagui wala kupendelea, kwani tunathamini kila sauti.
Na sio kwa mijadala tu, bali tunakupa nafasi ya kujielimisha na pia kujiburudisha kupitia nini, Zubeda?
Amsha bongo.
CBC kwa Kiswahili ni
Nani sijui, hiyo ni mvumo mpya.
Hebu rudia hiyo swali tena.
Fahamu ishara, tukikuahidi kwamba mwaka huu tunakipeleka hiki kipindi kwenye hatua nyingine.
Na ndio sababu anasema ni kioo cha hoja,
sauti ya mwananchi.
Lakini mbona tuandike na mate na wino upo? Tukutane studioni.
Tukutane base.
The development of the Seed Production Technology for Africa, SPTA, has been a 7-year research project of collaboration between various research institutions and utilizes a naturally occurring maize gene called MS44 that eliminates the need for detasseling during both steps of the 3-way hybrid maize seed production.
In the process of detasseling, sometimes there are errors, human errors in the process, which leads to self-pollination. Self-pollination now leads to loss of hybrid vigor, so the quality of the seed, the purity of the seed is reduced. When the seed is not pure, when you go to a farm, you find that when you look at it, it's not uniform. It is fluctuating. That's as a result of contamination in the breeding process or in the production of the hybrid.
Seed companies globally prioritize traits that increase yields and improve tolerance to climate and weather risks through maize breeding and hybrid seed production. Studies have confirmed that farmers prefer hybrids over comparable open pollinated varieties.
In a case like this, we have a parent that does not produce the pollen grains. And then we have a parent number 2, which produces the pollen grains, yes? So when you cross them, you get an F1 generation that has that does not produce the pollen grains. Why? It is because the gene for not producing the pollen grains is more expressed in the F1 generation.
Small seed companies find it hard to meet the cost of detasseling, and that impacts on availability. With the technology now, they will be able to afford and manage production costs, but also the competition will see prices of the hybrid seed go down.
Whenever there is a challenge, you have to look for a way of circumventing. Just like when there were challenges of diseases, MLND, you look for a way of circumventing. So because over time we have noticed this problem of impurity, our scientists, and in collaboration with scientists from other partners, thought about the way to circumvent this. So it's something to ensure continuous improvement.
The SPTA technology was a collaboration of the Kenya Agriculture and Livestock Research Organization, KALRO, and partners Cotiva Agri-Science, the Agricultural Research Council of South Africa, Quali Basic Seed, and the International Maize and Wheat Improvement Center, CIMIT. Recent statistics from the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock indicate that the total drought losses to the Kenyan economy were 968.6 billion shillings, with 72% of this related to livestock.
It is estimated that the country lost about 2.5 million heads of cattle, which I think Okwara, the figure is about, total figure of that loss alone is about $1.8 billion.
The government is set to roll out a project dubbed DRIVE, or De-risking Inclusion and Value Enhancement of Pastoral Economies, which will target over 150,000 pastoralists through the creation of markets around the livestock value chain, enhance regional cooperation, and peace building to eliminate banditry.
If you had some good, for a chunk of the goats, like for example Kajiado, you had some good chunk of 30 goats, 50 goats saved in form of cash in a bank. And this dot comes and wipes out what was remaining in the life form. It becomes very easy for you to go back to that bank and get the same animals restocked.
The DRIVE project will be implemented in 21 arid and semi-arid land counties, targeting pastoral groups that are sufficiently structured around productive activities.
So we will do an advert for financial intermediaries, that is the SACCOs that we are targeting, the cooperatives to be able to apply for this funding in terms of wholesale lending, so that then they onward lend to their members.
The system actually does pay a farmer straight to their account. So you remember, you must have opened an account, a mobile account or a physical account, and this is where your payment is going to.
The project is categorized into two components, where $75 million will be used to subsidize premiums, promote savings and digital payouts. Component 2 will use $65 million to connect pastoralists with better markets, better quality infrastructure and improved logistics.
In agreement.
Smallholder farming in Kenya is key to the country's food security and economy, and as mobile technology use increases and improves in rural areas, there is a huge potential to digitize agricultural services as an end-to-end ecosystem.
We are living in an ecosystem in Kenya where agriculture is very fragmented. Very many middlemen and women are between the farmer and the ultimate service providers, be it at the input side or the final market. And so what we are trying to do with technology is to disrupt that fragmentation by enabling grassroots businesses become a one-stop shop, so that a smallholder farmer only has one trust relationship with a service provider at the grassroots, where they can purchase everything from soil testing to plowing to fertilizer and seed, and ultimately sell to the same grassroots business their output market.
We've had a lot of ICT companies coming to Kenya promising to do one thing or the other. And quite a number of them have turned out to be, just talk. But just looking closely at what Angribora is offering, their value proposition coheres rather nicely with our pillar number 6, because we do believe that the software that they are offering, including in geo-mapping, in credit access, is what we really need so that we can support our commitment to our members.
Data-driven agriculture is a system of using big data to supplement on-farm precision agriculture to make better decisions. While it is difficult to reach farmers at an individual level, the best way to help farmers use data is through aggregation through cooperatives or groups using simple technology such as USSD, short messaging services through simple feature phones, or what we commonly call Matumizi.
And we came up with a very simple technology, the USSD code, where we are offering 4 items on COVID-19 information, on market facilitation, weather information, and technical advisory services. And we were shocked at how much the uptake was, because we started, I think, in July of 2020. And by September, we had 300,000 farmers signed up to this platform. And I think as of now, we have close to 700,000, and we've been offering different, we've been sharing information and knowledge through this service.
Through the transactions that go through the Agri-Hub, we are also able to start monitoring the crop development. Gone are the days where we will now just speculate about how much yield we will receive from our fields. By leveraging on ground data such as date of planting, the varieties that have been planted, and then satellite data, because every 5 days we are able to get an image of the field, and we're able to analyze this through our AgriMap service to enable stakeholders such as agri-processors and governments have in-season analytics and insights about what has been planted where, when, and how much has it been raining, how much do we expect in terms of yield.
There are, however, various challenges with getting farmers on board and to adapt new technologies due to the fear of the unknown.
Yeah, when you start looking at how you're